G'day mates, how's it going? Now before I went to Japan for my first time and when I was in the planning stages of going, I had a lot of worries and questions about Japan, and the biggest one I had, and which is the topic of today's video, is it hard to get around Japan without knowing any Japanese? Now the short answer is no. You can get around Japan pretty easy without knowing any Japanese. However, if you're staying in the main big cities. I haven't been to a lot of the smaller towns, so I can't speak about those, but when it comes to Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Hiroshima, and Sapporo, I've been to all those cities, and I can vouch for those. You'll be okay in those cities without knowing any Japanese. And when I say without knowing any Japanese, I mean without being fluent in Japanese, because you might know some words, but I mean without being able to hold a conversation, without being able to ask for help on the street, that sort of stuff. Like if you're just more or less a beginner, or just not knowing anything, then yeah, that's what I mean by it. But yeah, you'll be okay without knowing any Japanese. When it comes to ordering food at a restaurant, most restaurants have an option, not an option, but they'll have a sign out front, or they'll have the menu out front of the store saying that they have an English menu inside. And so that's all great. And when it comes to ordering food in the restaurant, yeah, just say what it is on the menu, because it'll be in English, and then just point to it as well. I find that just to definitely make sure that's what I want. There are some restaurants that have an electronic system, so you can actually just select what you want yourself, but they're pretty rare, I've found. I've only probably been to two of them, or seen two of them around, yeah. Anyways, when it comes to buying stuff at a shop, like a 7-Eleven or a souvenirs, I find cash is the best way to go about it. Some places take card, but all places take cash. And so if you take cash or use cash, it's just a guarantee that things will go well, because there's not that awkwardness of oh, do you take card? And so it's just, yeah, you don't want to deal with that, because it's easy that way. Plus cash is just a language in itself, because if you're taking a I don't know, bottle of orange juice or a chocolate bar to the counter, and you take the money with you, it's obvious what you want to do. You want to pay for this. You want to pay for this food and drink, yeah. So that's that's how I deal with that. Now when it comes to getting around transport wise, it's pretty easy. I mean, yeah, it looks complicated, because the amount, the sheer amount of just subway lines in Tokyo, and just the train lines and everything, it can be a bit confusing. But once you just take a step back and look at it, you'll be okay. And there's plenty of people at train stations that know enough English to help you get by. They'll not get by, but to offer their help and help you out in the scenario. When if you need to get somewhere, if you just say the name of the station, they'll understand. They'll be like, oh, you want to get to this station, yeah. So that's okay. I think that's about it. If you have any other questions about getting around Japan without knowing any Japanese, yeah, leave them in the comments down below. Obviously I don't live in Japan, so I can't give you up-to-date info about a particular section of the city or anything. But just from my past experiences, I can just answer to the best of my ability. And yeah, I just want to make this a regular series, just weekly, just recounting my experiences in Japan, and just offering some advice and tips, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you again. See you later.